time for match 3 of this M13 draft. We are playing red-green and we are 2-0. But we're gonna face Pacer and he has gone 2-0-2-0. We have gone 2-1-2-1. And that usually means that we are at a huge disadvantage. But actually, the red-green deck we have is very, very powerful. So I'm not counting us out. And here is Mr. Pacer, and we are in for the final. I do always like to play first, unless I have some weird 3-color deck. No, I don't want to mulligan that. But Pacer might want to mulligan. And I really hope so. Once again, check out my M13 document. It's up on the link I will include in the show notes. And remember that this is not an article about M13. It is my collection of notes. So most of the comments, I have noted comments I written by me, but most of the comments are by others, and I'm trying to give them credit for it. LR means limited resources. It's a great podcast about limited, the best podcast about Magic overall, I would say. And yeah, I have notes from LSV and articles all over the net, and I'm trying to show the way I think about limited. Though I need to improve the way I think about limited. What do I want to do here? I have enough mana and I need to have 2 power instead of 1, so I'm playing Krenko's command. Pacer is black, so he might be the one sitting with all the Mark of the Vampires, which my red-green deck that has no X damage spells is very, very sensitive to. And he might have the murders. He's also blue-black. That's interesting because we've seen another blue-black deck. Kite Sail doesn't do much, and we are free to hit him and go for the Visionary and then get Covered in Fear next turn, but we still get the card for the Visionary. Next turn we can start to really be evil to him with the Huntbeast, which should be excellent against blue-black, and that's absolutely the last land we want to see. Watercourser will put an efficient stop to our offensive for a short time. Huntbeast. And now we really need a Packleader to stick. So we are gonna trade the Huntbeast for the Watercourser if that gets him to tap out. The blue ring. And now it definitely will, because he has so much invested in that. Kite Sail ring means Naturalize. A removal would be awesome, but the Packleader will be even better. Alright, now you have a very good beatdown creature, but I have the offensive. And there's the murder. The murder I didn't want to see. And he has hexproof mana. So now he's breeding a giant Watercourser that I will have trouble dealing with. Suddenly Revive looks like a good card choice. I think I have to play the Recluse here because he can actually get through. But now I have no way of dealing with the Watercourser. glad he still needs to tap to attack. And there's Windrake. What do I do about Windrake? That's a lot of power. So what happens if I attack with everything? I lose. This turn it doesn't accomplish much, but next turn it will. And that is probably when he casts Mutilate for 3. But I am now going all in here. And that means I'm gonna attack with the Recluse. Very late, and he will probably trade it for the Windrake. But next turn a lot of damage is coming through. So how much? If he doesn't have another blocker, I am getting through 10 points of damage. So he needs a second blocker. And I think that's exactly what he's gonna cast, and it's the lifelink dude. Though he can't really block my 3/3s very efficiently. Because he dies and he gets 2 lives. That means he doesn't take 10, but instead of 10 he's taking... He still has to block it. I'm going all in here. I think it means that instead of taking 10 he's taking 5. Of course he can block something that... 9, he's at 8. Yeah, this won't be enough. I need to remove the Nighthawk. But this game is getting away from me, so I wanted to try to finish. Though that might have been a mistake. Turn 7 or turn 8 might have been my big mistake. Because now I'm only getting through with 6 and he's getting 2 lives. Though if I find the removal spell for the Nighthawk... what? Sleep. Gotta be sleep. Oh, that's a decent disciple. Yikes. That's a decent disciple of Bolas. Wow. But now it really doesn't have any defense worth mentioning, so I can just smash with the 3/3s. Put the kite sail on the disciple is probably what he should do. But he didn't. And that means I can smash for a lot. And he's playing Index. That's actually the worst card in the entire set, I would say. So that's surprising. But it's probably the 23rd card, and it's probably a card that someone passed instead of, and took a land instead. So that's a good tactic. Yeah. And I hope you all know why Index is so bad. So what happens here? I score 6 points of damage, I would say. And I can keep doing that for a couple of turns before the hatchling actually... Okay, if you're not blocking with the Nighthawk, of course you are. Why not attack with the Nighthawk instead? And now I still have 5 cards in hand. And the hatchling is gonna get huge. Though Arms Dealer now could prove decisive. Except that he has the Ring of Eva's Isle, so I can't hit him. Hey, let's draw some cards. And now we can trade Walking Corpse for anything. I still see a lot of cards I can draw here that would be useful, like the Flames of the Firebrand. So I cast Flames of the Firebrand, hitting these two guys. And then I can swing with everything. Negate. Oh yeah, that was a pretty good negate. And I think my swinging days are over. And I'm just in deep, deep trouble. And I am being crushed by someone who's playing Index. But I shouldn't be bitter on videos. So let's keep this up. Let's see what we can do. The Hatchling is now a fairly great defensive creature. He's got the Tormented Soul Clock on me, Watercourser I can quite easily kill. Arms Dealer would still be pretty good here. Okay, he has a 7-turn clock on me. I have plenty of nice stuff to draw here. And he's tapped out. Can't use the ring, so a lot of stuff would have been useful, but I don't draw it. But I can't complain about Flood now, because he actually has one more land than I have in play. So his cards were obviously superior to mine. And somewhere along the way I lost this game, and I think the Disciple and the Vampire Nighthawk was the stuff that did me in. And as you know, black is a very powerful color. Yeah, well, that's a lot of stuff that can hit me hard. Flames of the Firebrand will be a good card. Wish I had picked up that Chandra's Fury. Instead I draw another land. And now he should attack with the Tormented Soul and the Velkin turn. But he is keeping Velkin turn back, doing one less damage than he could have, because I can block the Velkin turn. Yeah, I've seen 2 flyers now, so I'm bringing in Plummet. Here's Flames of the Firebrand. Why didn't he put the ring on one of these guys? Maybe he has the counter? No, he didn't. So we are back in the fight. Except that Kraken Hatchling can get flying. In which case I lose. So that's probably what will happen now. Except that Watercourser gets flying instead. Why did that happen? He had a win if he gave Kraken Hatchling flying. But no matter, I can't do anything. Maybe he has to win anyway. Yeah, do it one more time. Oh, no such luck. Oh, that's not the draw I wanted. We have lost the first duel. It is the first duel. I sometimes have a hard time remembering which duel it is, but I haven't noted anything. And we lost the flyers. And there was sleep. I would not have revealed that sleep to my opponent. Okay. So, did we see much removal? We saw murder. Didn't see much else. I think the Huntbeasts are not that super great. We do need Plummet, we do need Naturalize. So what do we take out? prey upon. Take out the sheep spells, that's just bad. Do we take out the Huntbeast? I think we do. Very random, but yeah. Let's do it. I'm playing first. It scares me when I hit that button and nothing happens. We got green red. We finally have Rancor. We actually have Flinthoof Boar Rancor. So we are not gonna mulligan that. And now, for the first time ever, we want to draw land. And we do. So next time we can play Rancor and Deadly Recluse, or Rancor and Searing Spear. Knight of Infamy is an excellent Searing Spear target. Though we might get greedy and play the Recluse Rancor. I think that's what's gonna happen. And then try to 2-for-1 him with Flames of the Firebrand. I think that's quite a good start for red-green. And now we must remember that negate. I'm not blocking. Because I know how many flyers he has. But he missed his land drop. And that's very interesting. Still getting greedy. He's at 9 lives, so we can actually just hit him with our removal. Well, Vampire Nighthawk is not okay, sir. Yeah. Okay, 1-1 in the final. But he missed his third land drop, so if that is what it takes to win, my deck is probably not very good. Am I doing the right thing here? I do need Prey Upon to get rid of the Nighthawk. I took out the Huntbeast. Is Huntbeast the weak spot here? I think they are actually. I need to be quicker than Huntbeasts. So I'm down to 14 creatures. Yeah, let's do it. And we have the big Arms Dealer race. So let's see how good Arms Dealer really is. And we are so vulnerable to... Wow! What is that card doing in the deck? Right, we are very vulnerable to Covering Fear. Which we must remember, we need this Goblin to work out for us. And I'm not... Oh, we're okay with Tormented Soul. 2 1/1s hitting us. Not great. We don't have to fear the ring. We need 5 mana for the Arms Dealers, so not sure what we are gonna rummage. Divination. Oh, this gives me flashback to another of our final games. We were 1-1 and we were running into... And I think I actually blocked there. It's very similar. If you can find the video, yeah. Wow, we are vulnerable to Covering Fear. We need a blocker. That's an interesting card. And that's why we should have sided it out. But they are just 1/1s and we are not in trouble yet. So we're playing Arms Dealer. What's the other? It's Kite Sail. We really need a blocker. But now we can deal with Mark of the Vampire. Yeah, Arms Dealer Terror is pretty good to achieve here. But we need a toughness, a 3/3 creature, such as all the Huntbeasts we sided out. The game is very open at this point. And I think the Rummaging Goblin is giving us a big advantage here. We don't need any more lands. We can rummage any land we find. And he has double divination. That's not tempo. So Centaur Courser now and block Prey Upon. Pretty nice. Krenko's Command. That's actually pretty good at this point. So what do? I don't think we need to rummage. We need to keep the Naturalize. So we are beating down. And we're gonna waste half a card on the Tormented Soul. Yep. And I'm fairly confident here, unless we run into Cowering Fear, which we know is out there, and it will decide this game. But we do run into Watercourser, and that's not a very good card here, is it? We have to let one damage through, in case he attacks with the Merfolk, but we can just kill the Watercourser. Which we will. And now we really need some beatdown card. And there we go. There's the beatdown. Who is the beatdown? I am the beatdown. Die, Mr. Watercourser. Arms Dealer Terror. He has a 7-card hand. There's so much bad things that can happen right now. I hope they are 6 indexes. Indices. Knight of Infamy. That's something we can deal with. Kite Sail is something we can deal with. So how do we deal with these things? Well, there's a land to rummage. Let's start doing that. Oh my god. Oh well, this card sort of helps us with what we need to do. And now we have the option of either killing something using probably the Arms Dealer himself, or getting rid of his Kite Sail at the end of his turn. Walking Corpse. Okay. Yeah, I think this means that we're actually getting rid of the Kite Sail. The ring will be dangerous to us, but it's not here yet. He does have negates. He probably has it in hand, yes. Okay. Is this the time we get rid of the Rummaging Goblin? No, it is not. We get rid of the Arms Dealer. And we are taking this opportunity to do loads and loads of damage. He only has 7 points left, and we do have a second Arms Dealer in hand. We also have Prey Upon, so we have 2 removal. Kraken Hatchling doesn't do very much. Now he does. He's still too late to stop. So now he has hexproof. And he really needs hexproof. So if you do anything else. But that's a pretty good guy. So I'm casting Flinthoof Boar. I'm giving him a haste. And I'm beating down like an insane person. Is that the right block? Okay, you want to have 1 life. That's okay with me. So now he needs to block all of them. But he has sleep. And I think he's using it now. So it is not super decisive yet. Because he still has no threat. So he can't really raise me. And here is... Let's see. Oh! Okay, I'm gonna cast it like casting Armstealer first. Trying to draw out his mana. And then just Searing, spearing him now. So there's a lot of things you need to answer. He might have the second negate. He does. That's just awesome. But now he needs to block 4 creatures. Though Mutilate will help, will save him. But he doesn't have it. And we have won the draft. Well, I will now show you how I keep notes. Look at the buy there. Somebody quit and somebody got a free pack. So I'm trying to keep very careful notes. The first thing I do, oh actually the order varies a lot, is that I note that this deck was a winner. So I can go back and look at what kind of decks I won with. So let's look at the deck. Oh, actually, let's not look at the deck yet, because we are gonna get the draft table, and this has a lot of Swedish in it, so sorry for that, but you can see the structure, which I think is useful. So here we go. Is this within the parameters? Yes. Okay, so the first thing I note, you see my rating dropping here, all the red things. Here's what the fuck happened in Mercadian Masks. Because that didn't go very well. This did. I got my first QP for the season. I will not qualify, I guess. Video number 4. That must be video number 2. Okay, so I haven't played anything I didn't. Rancor, and I think Rancor is the only value I got, right? There is nothing here. Nothing with any value, even no rare cards, no. That's the only value I got. And I played Bondi99, who was playing UB, and I won 2-1. I was playing Shuklak, I won 2-1. And I was playing this guy, I won 2-1. Did I drop the first game in all 3 matches? What was the name of that guy? He probably wasn't Pack, but my handwriting is so bad that I can see it. I was playing blue all the time, so if somebody wants to argue to me that blue is a strong color in this format, I disagree. I think blue is bad. possibly the worst color. Red is pretty bad as well, but it combines great with green. Oh, my rating went up to 1739. That wasn't very much. 15 points for winning. So, what were the highlights of my deck? Packleader, Flinthoof Boar, 3 Courser, 2 times Flames, Searing Spear, 2 Prey opponents. Yeah, I'd say those were the highlights, and the only value I got was the cost for this was actually straight up 11, because I managed 12. I managed to find 3 packs for 10, and that puts my win rate at 67.48% in draft, which I am quite satisfied with. I want it to be above 70 is the goal. I was so close, but I haven't been there. I was 69.60 down here. So my random sell value here is 0.33 for the boosters, so that's 1 and 1.5 then. So you'll notice that I gained 3 boosters that I value at 3, and then the extra value is here, so I really want 10.5. So I lost 1.5 tickets, even though I won the Swiss draft. And that's of course one of the big arguments for playing 8-4. So when you get good enough, you have to play 8-4s, because that's the only way to go infinite. I'm actually down 96.5 tickets, and that's with how many drafts? 133. So I'm losing 0.72 tickets per draft. I think that Rancor will be worth more. I hope Rancor is not reprinted in M14, and then we shall see what happens to the value. Okay, so now we have put this draft in the books, which is great. So now we're gonna put it in the review document, because I like to make a note of my winning decks. So here you see I won with red black, green black Primal Huntbeast. This was an awesome deck with Marks of the Vampire and Huntbeast. And then I went with red green, and that was my last win over a month ago. Hello? Oh, it's Microsoft Word viewer. That doesn't work very well, does it? So it's time for me to open Microsoft Word. You can stop watching now if you want to, but I'm gonna note my winning deck here, and if you want to, you can have a look at it. So we now have opened the review document in Word, and see, here I have a lot of things about every card, and you can find this in the show notes. Here's the print run. For those who want to learn print runs, I haven't learned print runs in this format yet. 2013, this is Swedish date notation, Swiss draft, 3-0, red, green, and that's gonna be like that. So let's look at what was in the deck. We were playing 10 forests, 7 mountains. We were playing red creatures, play plus Boar, Rummaging Goblin. Notice that we never ever play the Bladetusk Boar. Firebrand. 2 Arms Dealer. I love Arms Dealer, it's such a powerful card. And my gambit there with taking Krenko's command that I hate paid off pretty well. Krenko's command, Arms Dealer, very good. But I had to get 2 of them, 2 of the Arms Dealers before I did it. And that is how much I hate Arms Dealer. I don't hate Goblin Arsonist, so I would have picked that probably anyway. That was the red cards. So the green cards, Garruk's, Packleader, 2 Primal Huntbeasts, 3 Centaur Coursers, and that was a road to greatness. I love that card. 3 for 3 mana is just ahead on the curve and just very, very hard to handle. So you'll see me rating that stupid word. It was 3 Elvish Visionary and 1 Flinthoof Boar. It's a lot of green guys. 1 Rancor to prey upon. And that's the deck. Notable sideboard cards. I had Naturalize, Plummet. Those were the only sideboard cards that actually were played. No, I did bring in a Primal Huntbeast. Number 3. Cards that I didn't play. Fire Elemental. Volcanic Strength was a sideboard card. Yeva's Forcemage. I'll make a note of Wall of Fire. I would have brought that in against red-black aggro decks. Every round I played against blue decks and overwhelmed them with all my 3/3s and arm stealers. Okay, so match 1 was against blue-black. I did not have many flyers. He took the first duel, but then I overran his board. His deck was the best. In really good deck. His removal was not top notch. Encrust Crippling Blight was the only thing in his staff. Staff is top notch. Match 2 was against blue-white. Flyers. He lost the 3rd game by missing his 2nd land drop, his 3rd land drop for 4 turns. I won the 2nd with Arms Dealer plus Packleader, and he won the 1st again, 2-1. So 2-1 all the way. Match 3 was against blue-black. This guy got all the good. I don't know what he got. His deck wasn't very good. Really. It looked good, but it wasn't very good. He had Index, Negate. I'm not. Disciple, Nighthawk, Murder. Got him the 1st game, but I won the 2 following, being rather lucky. Okay, that's it. I'm not sure. This document is really not. There are some things I need to enter into it, so I'm not putting it up right away. So you won't see this change in the document on the link. Thank you for watching Magic Gathering Strat. We played red-green in M13 and we 3-0'd Swiss Draft.